Day 592 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, y'all, back again. Another day, another LeetCode problem where we're doing daily LeetCode problems. And today we have question number 1460. Make two arrays equal by reversing subarrays. The difficulty level is easy, so you already know we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand as well. But before we get started, y'all, don't forget to like, hype, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you need any new Apple AirPods, go ahead and check out that link in the description so you can get you some. Now let's see what the question says. You are given two integer arrays of equal length, target, and R. In one step, you can select any non-empty subarray of R and reverse it. You are allowed to make any number of steps. Return true if you can make R equal to target or false otherwise. All right, y'all, so that sounds pretty simple, but let's go ahead and take a look at these examples just to make sure that we are doing this problem correctly. So in example 1, we have our input target equals an array of integers 1, 2, 3, and 4, and R equals an array of integers 2, 4, 1, and 3. The output is true because we can reorder this array so that it matches this array, right? And we're allowed to use any number of steps. So it says one step, you can select any non-empty subarray of R and reverse it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the explanation and see how they turn this into this. Boom. So it says you can follow the next steps to convert the R into to convert R into target. So first we're going to reverse subarray 241 and R becomes 1423. So we are going to take this subarray right here and we are going to reverse it. After we reverse it, it will become 142, right? Right now it's 241. We're going to reverse it to 142 and then 3. Boom. Then we're going to, from this subarray right here, we're going to reverse 4 and 2, right? So we're going to reverse 4 and 2 and R becomes 1, 2, 4, 3. Boom. Then from this subarray right here, we're going to reverse 4 and 3. After we reverse 4 and 3, we reverse subarray 4, 3. R becomes 1, 2, 3, 4. There are multiple ways to convert R to the target. This is not the only way to do so. So that's just an example of how they did it. And we just want to return true or false. Is it possible or not? And in this case, it is possible to turn this array into this array by following this step as many times as we need. Boom. So that's why the output is true. So let's take a look at example 2. In example 2, target equals 7, R equals 7. The output is true. It says R is equal to the target without any reverses. So we could just put true because a target and R are already the same. So finally, we have example 3 where our input target equals an array of integers 3, 7, and 9. R equals an array of integers 3, 7, and 11. The output is false. Explanation says R does not have a value 9 and it can never be converted to target. So in this example, we can see that we have an 11 right here and a 9 right here. So since these are two different numbers, since this is two different numbers, we will never be able to turn this array into this array because we're missing a 9, right? So that's why the output is false, because it's impossible to turn this R array into this target array, no matter how many times we reverse numbers. So now that we understand the question, y'all, let's get into the fun part, the actual solution. The solution is not that difficult at all, y'all. And guess what? We got a one-liner. That's right, y'all. We can finish this in one line of code. And once you see how easy it is, you'll be amazed, right? So let's take a look at example 3 before we get into it so we can make this make sense. Now, the only thing missing in example 3 is we don't have all of the integers, right? So there's an easy way we can check to make sure that we can turn target into R, and that check really is just to make sure that they contain the same integers. If they contain the same integers, then we already know that we will be able to reverse certain numbers until we get them all sorted how we would like. So all we have to do is say return target dot sorted. So if we take target and sort it, that should be equal to, so we can say return target dot sorted, put the parentheses, put equal sign, because this is what's going to return our Boolean value, and we are going to say R dot sorted. Boom. So if target dot sorted equals R dot sorted, then we know that we can turn R into target when we sort them using this step right here, selecting any non-empty subarray of R and reversing it, right? As long as they have the same elements or the same integers, then we should be able to do that. Whereas in this example 3, this will return false, right? Because they don't have the same integers. When we sort target, that's going to look different than if we sort R, right? So this will return false. But when you look at this array, right, when we have all of the same integers, if we sort this array and we sort this array, it'll return true, right? Because they'll look exactly the same. So this will return true. So we just need to handle that. We can say question mark. Sorry, y'all. We can say question mark. So if this holds true, then we'll say question mark and we will return true. Else we'll say colon and we'll return false. So once again, if this holds true, we will return true. If this right here holds false, we will return false. And boom, that's all the code, y'all. So let's go ahead and give it a run. Make sure it runs properly before we submit it. It's accepted, so let's go ahead and submit it. Make sure it's still accepted after we submit it. And look at that, y'all. 6 milliseconds beats dash percent of users. I'm not sure what this dash means, but we'll take it. It's accepted, y'all. And this was able to be completed with just one line of code. So with that being said, y'all, I hope y'all learned something today. And I hope to see y'all here tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. See y'all then.